Alright, here we go. We're going to do a quick run around the neighborhood on the Magician Alpha. One of my favorite bikes right now. Pretty sure I'm going to order a Alpha Mini here in the next few weeks. I've got two 72 volt bikes now, and for whatever reason, I think I need a third. Come on. Because you can never have too many. It's just one of those things. I got my old E-Cells Dual Star. I hadn't ridden it in a long time. I broke it out the other day and did about 20 miles on it. And it just wasn't as fun as it used to be. It used to be the horse. But after jumping on a 72 volt bike that'll just really haul ass, I'm not having as much fun with it as I was. So I'm probably going to sell it. Of course, it's like anything else, especially electric bikes. Every time you sell one, you're going to take a big hit on it. But that's alright, it's part of it. You never have too many toys. I'm trying not to go too fast here because of the wind distortion. When I get out on a straight stretch down there where I can really get with it, the wind starts messing with my microphone real bad. You can't understand anything. So we're just going to do a quick loop around the hood here. I got to tell you, this dual suspension on this thing is just great. You get it dialed in, and it's like riding on butter. It just I've got it dialed into my weight now pretty good. Plus, every bike that I own, I put a bike case suspension seat post on it to make it that much smoother, along with a Blue Wind seat. I prefer these noseless Blue Wind seats to the other. It just seems like I can ride a lot farther before I have to stand up or my ass starts going numb. But Magician has come out with a really good bike. I'm impressed with it. First one I had a few problems. We finally got it. Couldn't sort it out, and they sent me a new bike, and I've had absolutely zero problems with this bike, other than the usual FedEx shipping damage that I'm not sure I've got a bike yet that didn't have FedEx damage to it somewhere or another, paint scratch or derailleur guard bent. I guess you just have to take it for what it is. One thing I'm not real crazy about that they come out with, I know it should help in longevity, but these metallic brake pads, I'm not a fan of. It almost sounds like it's metal on metal. They say it gets better once you get it broke in, but this bike's only got 131 miles on it right now, so. And I tried bedding them and everything else, but it's just the nature of the beast. My other bike, before I got rid of it, I had changed it to ceramic brake pads, and they were a hell of a lot better than these. They were a hell of a lot quieter. I don't know about better. The brakes all seem to work good. It's just that these are noisy. You'll probably be able to hear it when I go to stop or slow down up here. But just doesn't sound good. It sounds like it's metal on metal, like when your car brake pads are bad, you just got metal on your rotors. But all in all, I cannot complain about this bike, especially the customer service or Magician. They're outstanding. They worked with me on my other bike trying to get it fixed. And when they couldn't, we had conference calls, we had emails, we had texts. When they couldn't fix it, they said, we'll send you a new bike. Just send us the electronics back on that one, the motor and batteries and controller and display, and we'll send you a new bike, which they did. And I appreciate them taking care of the problem. And just like any new company, I wasn't mad about it. It's just, I know there's going to be hiccups when you come out with a new product. And I just happened to get one of them that had a problem. The worst part about it is it would just cut out with no power at the most inopportune times, like when you're going up a hill. And it did cause me to crash one time on a really, really steep hill, but that's neither here nor there. Yesterday's ride I recorded on my other bike. No, it was on this one. And I went through the backwoods and ran across 3 turkeys and 2 deer. It's time for snakes to be out now. I have seen a couple of them out and about. But all in all, it's kind of neat to get out and see the wildlife. I've got to adjust the power settings on this. I've got too much speed in the climb mode. I'd like to get it down to where it's run about 15 or so in the lowest PAS setting. I don't feel like getting out on the highway today. It's Good Friday and there'll be a lot of idiots out. I was talking about the brakes. They are branded Star Union and they work really well. It's 4-piston brakes on 203 millimeter rotors, and they will stop you quickly. And you've got to have good brakes on a bike this powerful, because it will run 50 mile an hour at times. Now, I don't do that very often. Once in a while I get a wild hair and want to bust loose and see what I can get for a top speed, but for the most part it's just fun to cruise around on. And there comes the wind again. I'm hoping that doesn't mess my audio up. I would think on this microphone I've got a dead cat on it, which is the little furry thing that's supposed to muffle out the wind noise, but it doesn't always work, especially when it's really, really windy. That's why I'm going so slow to try to keep it where you can still understand me while I'm trying to do a short, small review on this bike. All in all, I am happy with it. I would buy it again, and I will. Like I said, I'm going to buy a Mini here before too long. I contacted them yesterday. They don't have any in stock right now. I saw some posts on the forum talking about that they said they had one in stock, the white in stock, but they don't. So you buy now, they're talking about end of April delivery, which is not bad since this is, what, the 3rd of April? So I've waited a hell of a lot longer for bikes before. just be a little patient. You'll get something that you can be excited about, and something that should last you a long time. Like I said, I would definitely buy it again if something happened to this one. I have enough confidence in the company and the customer service and the quality of the bikes that, yeah, there's no doubt I'd get another one. And I will get another one. I'll get the Mini next time. Alright, we're headed back into the wind once again, so my audio is liable to go to shit. You know, since the high power bikes started coming out, before e-cells, I'd look at wired. And, you know, I was in the mix of it whenever they were having their big feud between the e-cells and wired. Ended up with an e-cell bike. Had it about a year before David Cleveland did his big disappearing act. So I wasn't out anything but maybe a little bit of warranty. I do feel sorry for the folks that paid the money for a bike and never received anything, not even so much as an apology. But I did end up going that route, and I absolutely loved that bike. I loved it up until I got my first 72 volt bike, which is this Magician Alpha. I cannot say enough good things about it. It was a workhorse. I've got probably 2,500 miles on it now, and I've had zero problems with that. You know, it's one of them bikes you just go out, you charge it up, you go out, and you ride. You don't worry about anything breaking on it. They made a quality bike. I cannot say enough good things about it. They just had a crook for a CEO and ended up hosing a lot of people out of a lot of money. And these spring days are absolutely gorgeous. In the 70s right now. Yeah, I figured out that the mid 70s is my perfect riding weather. I put on shorts and a t-shirt and I just go. My only complaint is it's just a little bit windy today. Which I'm afraid is going to screw with my audio, but if it does, I'll just have a video with no audio. I'm lucky I live in this little town to where I can get 7 or 8 miles just cruising around these back streets and stuff. Or I can get out on a little bit of a highway and run 15, 20 miles and make a big circle. Everybody's out doing yard work today. You know, I can't say enough about this Bafang system. That Bafang motor is silent. You hear absolutely none. The only thing I hear are the tires. And I got one of the, I guess, mid-term bikes where I got the double wall chainring guide. But I got the old knobby style tires, which I would have liked to have the more street Allscape looking tires, but that didn't happen. Pretty sure that was Santa Claus on vacation. There's some of these streets that I don't go down very often because they've got a buttload of dogs that just love to chase me. And I can outrun them easy enough, but I'm not worried about them biting me or anything. It's just I'm always concerned about one of them running out in front of me and making me wreck. I don't know who you are, but I'll wave at you. Kind of a strange little place I reside in. It's an unincorporated town. Probably 500-600 people maybe. And there's some really, really nice houses, and then there's some that aren't so nice through here. Well, I think I'm fixing to cut this video short just because I've got things to do and people to see, and I'm afraid the wind's going to screw up my auto anyway. So we'll just cruise it on back into the house and be done. But for those of you who do not know, which is probably everybody, because I think I have 18 subscribers to my very large YouTube channel. I know Tim Chip would eat your heart out. But I am an affiliate for Magician now. And I think if you use the code RIDIN RETIRED, RIDIN RETIRED 100, you can get a $100 discount. And they'll be kind enough to send me a little bit of money too. So you can use that if you choose. If you don't, I'm okay too. I'm also an affiliate for Electric All Wheel, which sells a lot of bike parts, e-bike parts, and battery components, and how kits to make your bike either a 2 or 3 battery. This Magician I just got back from Florida a couple of weeks ago, and back from Electric All Wheel installed me a little kit in there where I can add a 3rd battery to this thing where I can go. I really don't know. I'm guessing I could go at least 100 miles on a charge. So, alright. Here we are home again. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like and subscribe if you want. Bye-bye.